Pressure. Kayleen, is today your last day?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Congratulations.
So up here in Ferndale, we just got word that a new cartography business is opening in our downtown, and we're really excited. I think it'll put us on the map.
Oh,
Somebody's looking to take our job, Scott.
I think we offer it out there every year.
You're like the Tina Fey and Amy Poehler of, what is that, the Academy Awards? Just too good to not keep continuing on.
Well, with that little segue, let's get started here. We are at 2:15. We want to welcome everybody to the 74th year of WRPA and celebrating all of the awesomeness that we bring to our communities and to our association. My name is Scott River. I am the Director of Recreation and Facilities with the City of Olympia, and with me today is Brad Case, Director of Ellensburg Parks and Recreation.
Thank you, Scott. It's great seeing everybody. It's good to see you too, my friend. It's been a long time.
That was all unscripted, everybody, like completely. Pretty cool, huh?
We are professionals. Don't try this at home.
So a few things that we want to just address up front so that we can get through this. We do have a long presentation. We are honoring our award winners from both 2020 and 2021. So things like interruptions from unmuted dogs barking, or making sure that if you use the chat box that you're chatting appropriately, and if it's inappropriate, make sure it's just going to the one person you intended to target that to and not the entire association. That would be, those are a couple things that we would like to ask of you.
Feel free to use those reactions if you want. Controls at the bottom of your screen to show your appreciation to those that are receiving awards, or if you feel like Scott and I are doing a great job, hey, let us know. We like those positive affirmations.
For those of you that are awarded or honored with awards today, you will receive your award in the mail. Unfortunately, we've not figured out how to actually move physical pieces through cyberspace yet, but I'm sure it's coming. And finally, because it's long, if you are unmuted at the moment that you are accepting your award, please just take into consideration that we do have a long presentation. We're asking folks to try to limit their comments to somewhere in the 15-second area. There are a very small handful of people that have been prompted to have a longer acceptance than the 15 seconds. You can ignore what we just said.
And this may come as a shock to some of you, but at some point it may be a little bulkier, or Scott and I may screw up. And so if we do that, just please be patient. We'll work through it. We haven't done it this way before, so we're new to this too. So we appreciate your patience. To start off, we always like to recognize all of our sponsors who make the conference possible and make our jobs easier throughout the year. So we would love to take the opportunity now to recognize those sponsors, and of course our platinum sponsor being Northwest Playgrounds.
Our gold sponsor is Great Western Recreation.
Silver sponsor, Musco Lighting.
Our two affinity partners, NCSI Background Screening Solutions and Washington Cities Insurance Authority, also known as WCIA.
Our conference sponsors, the Public Restroom Company and the WCIA as well.
Our award sponsor is All Play Systems. We're going to take a look at a video that they have provided.
Hi, I'm Danielle Patterson with All Play Systems. Our team here in Oregon and Washington stands ready to help you make your designs a reality. Whether you're looking for a stock solution or a custom creation, we're ready to provide you with the resources that you need. We would like to share with you a few of our projects and our manufacturing partners that stand ready to help turn those designs into reality. When you are looking for a playground or outdoor athletic solution to drop into your design, we have stock solutions ready for you, including same-day CAD. When you are looking to collaborate and create together a design based on a theme or an inspiration, we're here for that too. The team at All Play Systems stands ready to provide solutions for you. We're excited to be able to participate within your conference, and we hope that everyone has a good time, and we look forward to working with you in the future. Hi.
We'd also like to thank the awards committee and all of the work that they do to make this happen. It's a monumental effort to go through this process. I've had the opportunity to do that when I was on the board, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. So appreciate their efforts in bringing all this to us today.
Also, a big thank you to our community and network leads. These are the folks that are pulling us together virtually for all sorts of different meetings, and super critical for us over the past year. So big thanks to all of those that have been part of that.
Something that we'd like to do new this year is recognizing those fallen professionals, people that are in our profession that are no longer with us. And so we have three this afternoon that we would like to recognize: Irelina Beckman, Scott Gallagher, and William Gibbons. Bill Gibbons obtained his bachelor's degree from Idaho State University in 1964 because of his love for kids. Bill chose a career in recreation. He started in Weiser, Idaho. Bill and his family moved to Longview in 1966 to become the first year-round recreation director. Bill was instrumental in developing programs for youth, special needs, adults, and senior citizens. He became the Parks and Recreation Director in 1983. Bill took great pride in the continued development of the crown jewel of Longview, Lake Sacagawea Park, with its 119 different species of trees, all that he knew by name. During his tenure, he was instrumental in building Ray Morse Park, the development of Mint Valley Golf Course and Mint Valley Racket and Fitness Club, and opened the McClelland Art Center and Senior Center. He oversaw the building, budgeting, and maintenance of all parks and programs that serve the community. Bill also served on the boards of the Cowlitz Public Employee Credit Union, Campfire Girls, the 4th of July Committee. He was an active member of the Longview Elks, the Monticello Lions Club, Longview Community Church, Longview Baseball, Longview Girls Softball, and Longview Soccer Club, just to name a few. In 1987, he was voted Boss of the Year by the American Business Women's Association. After retirement in 1994, he received the Distinguished Service Award from the Washington Recreation and Park Association for his exceptional service.
Irelina Beckman was well respected by her colleagues, not just within her department, but throughout the city of Olympia. She was respected for her strength and dedication and was recognized as an Employee of the Year. Irelina was a certified arborist and truly had a passion for the natural environment. She mentored disadvantaged youth, inspired young girls to climb trees, and donated warm jackets to homeless dogs. Irelina touched countless lives with her kindness and humanity during her 26-year career with Olympia Parks and Recreation, and is missed by all who knew her.
Scott received dual BA degrees in Business Administration and Recreation and Leisure Studies from Washington State University in 1993. He spent his early career working for the Mukilteo YMCA, Redmond Boys and Girls Club, City of Everett, and City of Marysville. For the last 15 years, he was the executive director of the Key Peninsula Metropolitan Park District. Scott loved his community and worked tirelessly to build a system of parks that everyone could enjoy. He was a member of the National Recreation and Park Association, Washington Recreation Park Association, and the Key Peninsula Business Association. He also served many years as volunteer coach with KP Little League, a volunteer soccer coach with Harbor Soccer, an umpire with USSSA, and a referee for the city of Redmond. Scott loved the outdoors and cherished his annual summer vacations at Lake Tahoe with his family. He enjoyed playing softball, golf, and card games such as gin and blackjack. Scott spent many hours on home improvement projects and yard projects, and although he wasn't very speedy, he was quite handy. He would do anything for his family and friends, but his children were his top priority. He worked tirelessly in order to provide a great life for them. He was selfless, determined, and one who got things done.
Okay, we are going to launch into our legislative award, or into all of our awards, and our first section of awards will be our legislative awards. Here to present is our WRPA lobbyist, Doug Levy, and Doug's going to share a few words.
Thanks very much, Scott, and good afternoon, everybody. And I think it's fitting that it's a sunny day outside for these awards, because this is a good afternoon of People 2 Award. So I'm here to do our 2 Legislative Champion Awards, and they are going to Senator Tawana Nobles from the 28th Legislative District. There she is, a first-term member of the Washington State Senate, and State Representative Cindy Ryu from the 32nd Legislative District, who's got several terms under her belt. And we have one adjustment to make here, and that's that Senator Nobles had a family emergency come up. So when we get to bestowing her award, it's going to go to Daniel Carrasquero, who is her legislative aide and was nice enough to pinch hit and be with us this afternoon. So the 2 awards we're giving, I think, are very fitting and well-deserved. Let me start with our legislator who is here. Okay, actually, I'm going to start with our legislator who's not here. Senator Nobles is getting her Legislative Champion Award for her great work on what we call the Parks RX legislation, which she took on dove into with enthusiasm. And it is, it was Senate Bill 5292 that ended up morphing into being in the state's final operating budget. But it's a program that will allow the use of park spaces and facilities as a wellness and preventative health tool to hopefully give people options on healthcare, and particularly those who have suffered health disparities in the care they're able to access. And it's going to involve 3 pilots that are going to be designed around the state, one in the central Puget Sound area, one in Eastern Washington, and one in Southwest Washington. So it's the first time that our state legislature has really stepped forward so boldly and said, we want to make that connection between local parks and people's health and wellness. So we're really excited about it. And, you know, the person who put her name and effort behind it was Senator Nobles. And so we're really proud to give this Legislative Champion Award to her. And Danielle is here on her behalf. Danielle, did you want to say a quick thank you?
Yeah, thank you so much, Doug. And hi, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity to join you today on behalf of Senator Nobles. She's deeply grateful for this award and wishes she could be here to celebrate, but because she can't, she's asked me to join and convey her gratitude, not only for this award, but really for the opportunity to work with you all on increasing and expanding access to local parks and the outdoors. You know, for Senator Nobles, access to the outdoors is really a matter of justice, and environmental justice is a passion for her. And really specifically what that looks like in her work is making sure that we're providing outdoor opportunities for communities that have been historically underserved in regard to accessing local parks and the outdoors. And, you know, as Doug touched on, spending time outdoors can be deeply healing. So it's really critical for Senator Nobles that we do expand on opportunities to get the community to the outdoors, and for her, the opportunity to work with you all and partner on this Parks RX pilot program and be really intentional about thinking through how we can connect communities of color and specifically the Black and African American community to the outdoors and to these opportunities for healing has just been such a joy for her to work on this session. So on behalf of Senator Nobles, thank you so much for the work that you all have done on the pilot program, for the work that you all do every day to make access to the outdoors more accessible. And we're just really grateful for all that you do and for the opportunity to continue working with you. So thank you very much on behalf of Senator Nobles.
Danielle, thank you. And I think you can see the talent that Senator Nobles has working with her. And I can assure you that when she talks about this issue and brings her passion to this issue, it's equally impressive. So I'm really proud that we could give this award to her and have Danielle accept it on her behalf. Our second Legislative Champion Award winner is State Representative Cindy Ryu, who has in the past chaired committees that oversaw parks, and I think has a long record of really putting her elbow to the wheel and wanting to advance the cause of parks and outdoor recreation. And the thing that has led us to give Representative Ryu this Legislative Champion Award is that she helped start and convene what those of us in and around Olympia have called the Outdoor Recreation Funding Roundtable. And for any of you who don't know Representative Ryu well, when she says she's going to get involved in something, she gets involved in something. She has convened every meeting. She has made sure that there have been notes sent out for every meeting. She was dogged in making sure that when it looked like the state was in a terrible budget mess, that we were working diligently on the story of why parks and recreation and the entire great outdoors should not suffer budget impacts or negative steps backward, and worked with us on a whole lot of material there. And then the thing that she's doing heading into the 2022 session is working with many of us, including in this case, the Washington Trails Association as a lead, in developing hopefully new and sustainable revenue sources that can get us a little further in caring for the great outdoors, and particularly the maintenance and preservation for the great outdoors that, you know, is the less sexy work, but the equally important work. So just having been one that's worked for a number of years with Representative Ryu, she's always a pleasure to work with. She let me know that she endured a 3-hour meeting for another one of her favorite causes, the Washington Tourism and Marketing Authority, right before she got here. So she's a glutton for Zoom punishment today. And so Representative Ryu, thank you. We are very proud to provide this award to you for your efforts around outdoor recreation funding. And if you'd like to say a few words, please do.
Yes, thank you so very much. I really appreciate the award. Everything Doug said is true, that I am not a glutton for punishment, however, but I do participate and lead groups, especially volunteers who are willing to step up to do the work, whether the state is able to fund a particular stakeholder meeting or not, group or not. So what Doug doesn't know, and shout out to everybody from the 32nd Legislative District, Montlake Terrace, Linwood, Shoreline just passed, I think, I don't know if we had enough votes or not, but what Doug doesn't know is that way back in 2005, my first foray into, other than running for city council, my first foray into governance, I guess, was serving on a Shoreline Park Bond Advisory Committee. And that was really tough because anyway, but we passed the bond way back in 2006. And so as city council member and then eventually as mayor of Shoreline, I was literally able to go to the ribbon cuttings and do the ribbon cutting. In those days, I gave really long, boring, bad speeches. So I can't find any photos of those ribbon cuttings at all. However, here we are, and we are looking at really tough times for tourism. But what we saw the last year or so was that the outdoors literally was the RX that we needed for our own sanity as well as for our own health. And Doug's heard me say at those roundtable meetings that even though I'm not an avid hiker, my husband is. And when our children come to visit, one of them especially, she is sometimes not a happy camper. So we would tell her to go and hike, take a hike, and then she'd come back all smiles. And so I know what the outdoors and the trails and all the everything that you are all and I am passionate for does for Washingtonians. And so thank you also very much for working really hard to make sure that we have a wonderful outdoors for each one of us to enjoy at our own level of ability.
Thank you so much, Representative Ryu, and please join me in thanking both Senator Nobles and Representative Ryu for their contributions to our profession and the outdoors in general. So, and I think this is where I hand it back over to Scott and Brad, I believe.
You got it. Thanks so much, Doug. So moving on to President's Awards for both 2020 and 21. Your current, or I guess now your past president for WRPA, Paul Simmons.
Thank you, Scott and Brad. You know, the President's Award is a unique opportunity to recognize individuals and organizations that have had a profound impact on WRPA. In a year when so many people stepped up, it's hard to select one person or one organization, even two in this case where we have 2 years. So before I give out the 2 awards, I really want to acknowledge just a few folks that I think went above and beyond. And Pete Mayer and Travis Staumbaugh for their work establishing the statewide director calls. I've heard over and over again how this was a lifeline for so many people in our profession. So I wanted to acknowledge them. I also want to call out Roxanne Miles and her work navigating our legislative committee through a new virtual session that none of us would knew what it would be like and all of its challenges. She's done exceptional work this year and also deserves credit and recognition. And then lastly, I want to give an honorable mention to Shawnanika McElroy and her efforts to relaunch our much needed Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee. It will have lasting impacts on WRPA and how we and our culture forever. So thank you so much. Now I'm going to get into the awards, and I'm going to start with 2020 Spotlight Award. Unfortunately, past president Jeff Price was unavailable to join us today. He asked me to announce that he is honoring Northwest Playgrounds as the recipient of the 2020 President's Award. Jeff specifically cited their longtime passionate commitment to the parks and recreation industry and to the Washington Recreation Parks Association. This award provides the recognition of the ongoing partnership between our two agencies and the profound impact that they have had on the WRPA. Northwest Playgrounds continues to be an industry leader, and we are also grateful for this partnership. I also want to add, on top of Jeff's comments, that over the years I've had the privilege to get to know Eric, Chris, Carolyn, and Bob, and the Northwest Playground team on both a personal and a professional level. And it's fair to say that I'm likely speaking for many people at this event when I say that we have all cherished all of our interactions that we've had over the years and look forward to many more in the years to come. I'd also like to acknowledge that you have always been there for WRPA when we needed it, particularly during the times of financial uncertainty of the Great Recession and even last year when it came to COVID. Your commitment to us is truly unmatched. So on behalf of Jeff Price and all of WRPA, thank you and congratulations on being selected for the 2020 President's Award. All right.
Thank you, Paul. We really appreciate it. Like I said yesterday, we're truly honored to be a partner with you guys. So thank you very much. This is quite flattering, and we really do appreciate it.
Thanks so much. All right, now on to the 2021 President's Award. I am very excited to honor an individual who has had a profound impact on both the WRPA and on me as a professional and as an individual. Doug Levy is the best in the business. He is truly one of a kind. And we have been so lucky to have him serve as our lobbyist for over 15 years. Every year, Doug rolls down to Olympia and he lifts our entire industry up on his shoulders. His strong and lasting reputation around the Capitol hallways gives us a credibility that we would not otherwise have. Over the years, he has worked strategically and methodically to build alliances both within the health and outdoor recreation industries. Year over year, he delivers for us on a variety of issues such as background checks, preventing sales tax from being added to most recreation programs, and has played an instrumental role in bringing back to life critical grant programs such as youth athletic facilities. And really, you know, I could go on and on. I am just barely scratching the surface of Doug's accomplishments. This year was no different. And what was an incredibly challenging virtual session, Doug delivered some of his best outcomes. Near record funding level for the WWRP, a LEA grant program fully funded, strong funding for youth athletic facilities, the No Child Left Inside grant program tripled in size, a first ever allocation to build a multimodal trails database, a quantum leap forward for the Parks RX. I want to share a brief story about a recent interaction that captures Doug and his ability to keep us focused. The legislative world is not always easy, and oftentimes we tend to be on the passionate side when we advocate. A few months back, one of our issues was bouncing around, and I think this time it was our new state parks director, Pete Mayer, that had everyone a bit fired up, if you can imagine that. And Doug so delicately tempered the group and brought us back to focus with a few emails helping us, you know, reorient ourselves. I think Mary Dodsworth summarized those emails best when she said, "Oh my gosh, we are such a funny family. Pete is pushing buttons. Roxanne is providing a distraction. Paul is glad he's not the one in the hot seat. And Doug is putting a note in our lunchbox that says, we'll talk about this later when I get home. So happy to be part of this team. When I got that email from Mary, it really just summed up years and years of interactions with Doug. I talked with Candace Bach at the AWC about this award, and she summed up Doug really well as well. She said at AWC, they refer to Doug as the Energizer Bunny, always engaged and never stops. Doug, thank you for elevating our work and lifting us up in ways that we couldn't have ever imagined. On behalf of WRPA, we are honoring you with the 2021 President's Award.
I had no idea this was coming, so you guys are really great in the keeping a surprise category. So, wow, thank you. I always say this is one of the groups that I just love working for and with. And when that's the case, when you enjoy what you're doing, working on getting good things done is a lot easier. And I see that you've mined Mrs. Levy's ability to get some photos to you. So I just want to thank you all. I'm privileged to work with you all every day. You're terrific. We get to work with a lot of legislators who care about this stuff, and hopefully we make it a little better each time and each year. So thanks.
Each year, we honor recently retired professionals who have dedicated their careers and passion to our profession. Through their many years of service, these retired professionals have shaped our local landscapes, developed programs and activities for our residents, and made significant contributions to advance the parks and recreation field. They are the high achievers, innovators, and stars in our profession.
So our first, and this is the first of 11. So what does that say? It means we got a lot of people starting to retire. So buckle up. Our first distinguished service recognition goes to Jim Ballou of City of Marysville. Jim served as Director of Community Services in the coastal community of Hoquiam for 2 years before his move to Marysville. He just celebrated 31 years of service with Marysville and is responsible for the development of 30 plus parks and an award-winning recreation services program. Jim has been very involved with the YMCA of Snohomish County, Rails to Trails Conservancy and Chamber of Commerce, and was the chairman of the Snohomish County Sports Commission, as well as board of director for the tourism promotion area of Snohomish County, and has been the city's leader in the Healthy Communities Project. Please join me in congratulating Jim Ballou on his successful career.
Thank you so much, everyone. It is truly a career that I would not exchange for anything else in the world. And I got to do this ride with many of you. And I want to applaud you for your extreme creativity to get through what I've missed for the last couple of years. But I applaud everything you've done. And again, thank you.
Our next distinguished service recognition goes to Greg Brown of the City of Maple Valley. Greg worked in Parks and Recreation for 34 years and loved every aspect of it. A business major at Eastern Washington University, Greg took an elective class for Parks and Recreation and was hooked. Once he graduated from school, Greg went on to work at the Mercer Island Parks and Recreation Department, where he spent 18 years of his career in various roles, including assistant director, before taking on the role as Parks Director for the City of Maple Valley in 2004. In 2018, Greg transitioned to part-time project manager to help see through $11 million worth of projects that he'd been working on for about a decade, including a playground replacement project at Lake Wilderness Park, a new beach house at Lake Wilderness Park, and developing Summit Park. Greg fully retired in 2019 and took on his job of a lifetime as an assistant coach for women's volleyball at the University of Notre Dame. Go Irish. Please join me in congratulating Greg Brown on his successful career.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the years of working with so many different people. Big shout out to Howard Ubell from Eastern Washington University, who inspired me to get started in the profession, and many decades later, enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you.
Patrick Ferran from Bellevue Parks and Community Services is our next Distinguished Service Award winner. Patrick retired in 2019 after a 45-year public service career, which spanned roles in frontline supervisory and executive positions in Illinois, California, and Washington. In his role as Director of Parks and Community Services for the City of Bellevue, Patrick was responsible for implementing park projects envisioned by ongoing community leadership, for continuing the tradition of high standards of park and open space stewardship, and supporting collaborative relationships among organizations involved in youth development and the well-being of families and neighborhoods. His legacy with Bellevue is defined by his visionary leadership, which established the city's Diversity Advantage Initiative, setting the foundation on which the city's current diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts are built. Please join me in congratulating Patrick Ferran on his successful career.
Patrick, you're muted.
How about that? I can't imagine being involved in a profession or an endeavor that is any more gratifying. And although I'm retired, I really encourage everyone who's still plugging away. It's all worth it. And I think the thing that I miss the most, other than the work, is the people in the community and the rest of you all. So thank you very much.
The next recipient of the Distinguished Service Award is Glenn Cost from Bellevue Parks and Community Services. Glenn retired after a 43-year career, almost half of which was with the City of Bellevue, as a park planning manager. During his career, Glenn placed a major emphasis on equitable access to parks and facilities and regularly asked, "Who are we not serving?" Though he is now chasing his dream of being a professional baseball player, we congratulate him on his retirement after a long and successful career. Please join me in congratulating Glenn Cost on his successful career.
Well, thank you for the reward, or the award. I can assure you that retirement is everything it's cracked up to be, and would urge anybody that is thinking about it to by all means do so, which of course doesn't mean that the 43 years in the public parks field wasn't rewarding. It was absolutely rewarding. But I've also in retirement I'm two-timing my baseball career. I'm adding pickleball to it. So, and I would urge all others to do the same. So again, thank you very much. I really appreciate the award. Thank you.
Our next recipient is Scott Armstrong, also from Bellevue Parks and Community Services. Scott retired as the manager of Bellevue Aquatic Center in February 2019 after 10 years of service with Bellevue Parks and Community Services. Hired in 1999 as an aquatic center coordinator, Scott quickly moved into supervisory roles, serving as the aquatic center assistant manager before spending his final 3 years as the aquatic center manager. Prior to his service in Bellevue, Scott was co-founder of Wave Aquatics and served as a ASCA Level 5 swim coach, lifeguard instructor, and water safety instructor. Under Scott's leadership, Bellevue maintained a perfect health record with 0 fatalities at both the Bellevue Aquatic Center and lifeguarded beaches. According to his staff, Scott's greatest strength was the care and concern he showed for both his staff and participants. Scott was good at seeing the humanity of people, making him well known amongst the swimming community as a good person. Please join me in congratulating Scott Armstrong on his successful career, and accepting this award is Michael Shiosaki.
Great, thank you very much, and I am happy to accept this award for Scott.
The next recipient of the Distinguished Service Award is Mike Meacham with Bellevue Parks and Community Services. Mike spent his entire career with Bellevue Parks and Community Services. He was hired in 1975, spending over 25 years in the department's structural management work group, managing the department's custodial crews and contracts. In addition to overseeing the custodial crew, one of his colleagues fondly remembered one of Mike's other duties as assigned, which put him in charge of personal protective equipment and rain gear. If you needed some gloves or some rain gear, you went to see Mike. He finished his service at the Bellevue Golf Course, where he served as the member of the grounds crew responsible for maintaining an 18-hole, 6,013-yard municipal golf course. At the time of his retirement in 2019, Mike was Bellevue Parks and Community Services' longest tenured employee. Please join me in congratulating Mike Meacham on his successful career. Again, Michael Shiosaki will be accepting the award on his behalf.
Thank you again, and just another exemplary employee with Bellevue Parks and Community Services. Thank you so much.
So for those of you doing the math, that's 121 years of institutional knowledge that's walked out the Bellevue door here in the last 2 years. So if anybody catches wind that they might be struggling, cut them a little slack, would you? Really, this is really tough when there's no response. Which half the time I don't get a response.
Scott, I thought it was funny.
Solid.
Thanks. All right, next recipient of the Distinguished Service Award is Mike Stone with the City of Spokane Valley Parks and Recreation. We're going to take a look at Mike in action here.
We're excited to open up our first really new park for the City of Spokane Valley. We'll open on June 2nd. It's been a long time coming, and it's been a labor of love with the neighborhood to support us through this entire process.
And I would guess in this day and age, in terms of funding, land acquisition, all that, that is no small accomplishment that you have created a park out there.
No, it takes a lot of effort from a number of different sources to be able to pull a project off like this. And so we've been very thankful that we've had the support of the neighborhood. We've had the support of the Recreation and Conservation Office through some funding for acquisition, and the several direct appropriations from the state budget. And that's no easy task given the challenges they've been facing. So we've been very blessed to be able to get some funding.
Not if you're following the legislature.
Sure. There's an agricultural theme to the play equipment.
And you got sort of hay bales and farm sort of thing going on.
We do. We have some hay bales as part of a climber to get to the play equipment that looks like a barn. We have actually an apple core for one of the water sand play areas. So we've tried to capture the uniqueness of the Green Acres neighborhood.
Why are parks important in communities?
Well, you know, I would probably start with the classic line that, you know, the benefits of parks and recreation are endless. And from a standpoint of a quality of life, parks are very important. When people are looking at moving their businesses or moving themselves to a location, one of the things they look at is the quality of life and what sorts of parks do they have, what sorts of schools. And so it's really an economic development tool to have a good park system and something that people are very proud of. So it's important that we continue to sell our message and remind people the importance. Studies will tell you that your property values actually increase if you're located adjacent to a park. And so we can have very wonderful facilities when it comes to public works or law enforcement, but people don't have places to go and to enjoy. That's really critical. We're excited.
Please join me in congratulating Mike Stone on a successful career.
The next recipient of the Distinguished Service Award is Spencer Gregg with the City of Moses Lake. Spencer has brought a wide range of fun to Moses Lake, from concert series to water parks to ice rinks. He has been a part of projects that have been modeled after. He will be a person the community remembers as a leader and a hippie. From your colleagues in Moses Lake, you will be missed. Please join me in congratulating Spencer Gregg on his successful career.
Well, thanks, guys. It's hard to believe
that I'm at this point. Seems like time flies when you're having a good time, but I have to tell you, it's been an amazing, I got with incredible people. We had a team that just had a can-do attitude, and they made it all happen. And in the process, they made me look pretty good. So I appreciated that too. But you know, anytime you work in Parks and Rec, life's good. In Moses Lake, our slogan is adding to your quality of life. Holy smokes. What better thing could we do on this planet than add to the quality of somebody else's life? It's been a blast doing it. I feel good leaving at the time I'm leaving, because I'm leaving the department in great hands. The staff there are the ones that have been running it all along. So I think they'll do a fantastic job. I pestered them for years and asked them to build a rec center. And about a month after I retired, they accepted the bid to start that project. So it's going to be exciting to watch that happen. I had a phenomenal time in college at Eastern Washington University. Huge influence from Howard Ubel and Barb Brock, Paul Green, and John Cogley, and all the others there as well. So it's my turn to play now. I'm going to apply that degree to myself and my wife, and we're happy campers. We bought an RV. We've already camped 28 nights this year, and we're just getting started. So thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome. Our next recipient of the Distinguished Service Award is Al Frank with the City of Maple Valley. Al graduated from Eastern Washington University with a degree in recreation management. While pursuing his degree, Al worked for Spokane Parks and Recreation, Spokane County Parks and Recreation, the YWCA, Recreation Unlimited, and served his country in the US Navy. In 1989, Al joined the City of Seattle as the recreation supervisor at Yesler Community Center. And in 1991, Al began at the City of Tukwila as a recreation supervisor. While at Tukwila, Al was involved with the opening of the new Tukwila Community Center. After 9 years with Tukwila, Al took his talents back to Eastern Washington to serve as the director for the City of Cheney, followed by the director at City of Snoqualmie, and the aquatic supervisor at the Health and Wellness Center for the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe. Al closed out his career as the park operations manager at the City of Maple Valley, overseeing the park operations and rental program. Al has improved the quality of life in many communities and has mentored many young professionals throughout the years. Please join me in congratulating Al Frank on his career.
Yes, I just want to thank everybody for everything. I couldn't have done everything without the WRPA and everybody that's in it. I couldn't accomplish everything I accomplished without the help of the people out there. And I wish luck while I'm gone, and I do miss it, but I'm enjoying retirement. And thank you again for this distinguished award. Thank you.
Thanks, Al. The next recipient of the Distinguished Service Award is Kayleen Cottingham with the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office. Kayleen has spent her life dedicated to the outdoors, from boating and skiing with her family, to camping with her Girl Scout troop, to battling for support of outdoor recreation in the halls of the legislature, to advising governors. She has been a stalwart champion of recreation. For the past 14 years, she has led the Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office. During her tenure, RCO has awarded $2.4 billion to more than 6,500 projects for outdoor recreation and salmon recovery. Grants have been awarded to projects in every county, spreading the state's investment to both rural and urban communities. When combined with matching resources from grant recipients, the investment in Washington's rich outdoor legacy has reached nearly $4 billion. She has led the office with integrity to ensure the awarding of grants is done transparently, fairly, and efficiently. To this end, she has created online resources that make every stage of the grant awarding process open to the public. In addition, she has led her agency as it completed studies mapping out strategies for future investments in outdoor recreation. Finally, she has led the field in promoting the value of outdoor recreation places and amenities by completing studies that show the outdoor recreation's contributions to the health of Washington's economy and the people and businesses that call this place home. Please join me in congratulating Kayleen Cottingham on her successful career.
Thank you, Brad. It's quite humbling to receive this honor, and over the past couple of weeks, all the love that's been heaped on me by everyone who I've worked with over the last 14 years. I'm proud to have worked with the WRPA folks for all of my tenure at the RCO. The WRPA is a well-respected advocacy group that are true partners with us and help us keep the focus on the long-term issues of parks and recreation. You are passionate, dedicated, and fun-loving, and I really enjoy working with you. All of you do incredible work every day, making our lives better, improving our quality of life. And the one thing that's coming out of the pandemic that is very positive is that the public really appreciates and needs outdoor spaces to recreate. So thank you for bestowing this honor on me and for all the inspiring work that you do each and every day. If I had some words of advice for all of you after my some 30 years in public service, it would be this: keep your eye on the big picture and remember that every path has a few puddles. So I wish you well in all that you do, and thank you very much.
Okay, at this time, we did get a message here that Mike Stone missed the prompt for his thank you. Is it possible to get back to Mike right now before we finish out our Distinguished Service Awards? There he is. Mike, the floor is yours. You're muted, Mike.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me now? Obviously, being retired, I've forgotten how to operate the computer or look for clues. So I appreciate the second chance. I just want to say thank you so much to WRPA for this recognition. WRPA has been with me throughout my entire career, providing support, valuable information, guidance, very much appreciated. I, like so many others, have been honored to be a part of the Parks and Recreation profession for over 42 years. And I wanted to also say how blessed I've been to work with a variety of dedicated and caring staff, and just like to give a shout out to my former staff at the City of Spokane Valley. It's been my privilege to work with all of you, and I appreciate your professionalism and your willingness to go the extra mile for your citizens. So thanks again, and I wish all of you a continued success in your careers.
Thanks so much, Mike. Our final recipient for the Distinguished Service Award is Don Hawk with the Washington State Parks and Recreation Commission. Don was the director of the Washington State Parks and Recreation Commission until March of 2021. He was appointed by the commission in December of 2010 to manage Washington's vast 120,000 acre system of 125 parks and properties, numerous heritage sites, and statewide programs, including winter recreation, boating safety, and long-distance trails. Don is a career parks professional with more than 40 years of experience. He has served as both a ranger and a park manager. He held leadership positions for tourism and parks organizations in the state of Georgia, and previously worked for the National Park Service, U.S. Forest Service, and Bureau of Land Management. An award-winning community activist, Don has held numerous leadership positions with civic organizations. In 2017, he received the National Association of State Parks Directors top honor, the Distinguished Service Award. Under his leadership, Washington State Parks was recognized twice by the National Recreation and Parks Association as one of the best managed state park systems in the country 2 times. In 2018, he was inducted into the American Academy for Parks and Recreation Administration. Don is passionate about providing parks and programs that improve public health and well-being, generate strong economies, and connect people to the state's rich cultural heritage. Please join me in congratulating Don Hawk on his storied career. Looks like Don.
Thank you very much, Association. I hope you can hear me. I'm talking from a long distance.
Looks like we lost Don. Okay, we'll see if he comes back and we can cue him back up. At this time, I would like to invite Brenda Brown Corso to present this year's recipients of the Mickey Corso Leadership Training Grant.
Well, hello there. I'm so honored to participate in your awards ceremony. My late husband, Mickey Corso, was a longtime parks and recreation professional here in Washington. He worked for the city of Mount Lake Terrace for 18 years and for a short time, 3.5 months, for the city of Federal Way before he passed away suddenly in 1990. Shortly after that, the Mickey Corso Leadership Training Grant was established to support professional development. Each year, grants are awarded to professionals in our field who demonstrate leadership, commitment, and professional qualities for which Mickey will always be remembered. This year, the Mickey Corso Leadership Training Grant is proud to announce 2 grant recipients. Our first recipient is Jeff Betts. He's being awarded $1,250 to attend the NRPA conference. Jeff is the Recreation and Parks Director for the city of Mount Lake Terrace and has been with the city for about 15 years. He currently administers the Snohomish County Directors Group that meets quarterly at various locations around the county. He's the co-founder of this group meeting, which started in 2018. He's been a WRPA member for many years and attends WRPA conferences frequently. Jeff has encouraged his staff to participate as well, even though as a small city, their resources are less than others. Additionally, Jeff is a certified high school basketball official in the state of Washington for the past 20 years. He encourages recreation and enjoys furthering others' abilities to recreate. Congratulations, Jeff. Our second recipient, Jeff, would you like to say anything?
No, just thank you so much for the honor, Brenda, and the committee as well. That's really appreciated. Just hoping I can go to Nashville this year. We'll see.
Great, thank you. Our second recipient is Austin Horner. He's being awarded $1,250 as well to use toward his CPRP certification and to also attend the NRPA conference. Austin has worked in many roles for Redmond Parks and Recreation over the past 8 years. He started working directly with the participants as a recreation program lead at the old Firehouse Teen Center. As his passion for the work we do in parks and recreation increased, he continued to seek out and take on more responsibilities as possible during this time. He currently manages the city's special event and park use permitting processes and supports other public engagement functions in his department. Austin has had the joy of serving multiple demographics in Redmond and working with many of our participants over the years. He started becoming involved with WRPA only 2.5 years ago. He attended the Risk Management School for the first quarter of 2020 and frequently views the resources available through WRPA's website. Austin is also a member of NRPA and is pursuing his CPRP certification. Hang on, I'm going to go to my piece of paper. Let's see here. Sorry about that. He's also involved with the Municipal Special Events Summit and actively is building his network of special events professionals in parks and recreation. Congratulations, Austin.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate this honor and the opportunity.
You are welcome. So when Mickey passed away in November 1990, one of his best friends from high school gave me a check for $1,000 and asked me to please do something to honor and remember him. That is how the Mickey Corso Leadership Training Grant got started. From that beginning, the generosity of his family, friends, and coworkers, including some of you, supported our fundraising efforts during the 1990s. We held a silent auction each year during the conference. There were also WRPA spaghetti feeds and fundraisers at some of the mid-year conferences, and others donated directly to the grant. In the early years, we were able to award $500 grants, and now we are able to award about $1,500 to $2,500 in grants each year, depending on the amounts available. We would like to continue to grow this fund so additional and/or larger grants can be awarded in the future. If you're able to support this grant program now or later, including through United Way, please write down the donation link on the slide or contact the WRPA office for more information or to make a tax-deductible donation. We would appreciate whatever amount you can give, whether it's $10, $50, $100, or more. I personally want to thank each one of you for everything you do for our communities and your continued support of the Mickey Corso Leadership Training Grant. I also want to thank all of the committee members who have helped me over the years. It's been so nice to get to know each one of you, and I really do appreciate your support. And next year, early next year, when the application period is open, please consider applying for a grant to support your own personal growth. Thank you so much.
Brenda, thank you for your continued support of our association and doing what you do. We greatly appreciate it. Don Hoke is back on the line. Hopefully the connection is a little bit better. So Don, if you're there, we'd like to invite you back.
Well, thank you very much, Association, for this recognition. When you're retired, you can go live on an island off the coast of Georgia. So my internet is not too good out here. But I do want to thank everyone. I want to also thank all the state park staff, my commissioners, and especially my executive leadership team. It certainly has been a privilege and an honor to have served as your state park director for the last 10 years. When I arrived in Washington over 16 years ago, one of the first phone calls I made was to the former WRPA executive director, Brett Kramer, asking her what I can do to help the association, that I wanted to get involved. Well, the rest of you, as you know, has been history. So again, thank you all for the honor. You're in good hands. I see Pete there. He's going to lead you on forward with state parks. Happy trails, and see you in a park.
Thank you, Don. We will now be presenting the Spotlight Awards for innovative programming for 2020 and 2021. This award honors the programs that are unique and cutting edge. Winners in this category have also successfully addressed a community need. The first award goes to City of Olympia Parks, Arts, and Recreation for the Bridge Music Project. Let's take a look. Please welcome Luke Burns and Bobby Williams, and join me in congratulating the City of Olympia on their amazing project.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. This is a true honor. I want to thank Paul Simmons and Luke Burns for believing in the vision of this work. Everyone, regardless of your circumstances, deserves a chance to engage in creativity and have a supportive community around them. And that's exactly what we're doing with this work. So thank you for this award. It's a true honor. Peace.
The next award goes to the City of Spokane Parks and Recreation for the Spokane Youth Card. Let's take a look.
This summer, STA and the City of Spokane opened the doors to adventure for more than 5,000 kids, and Lily Ellen Hosier was one of them.
Just kind of taking the bus. I've been going to pools and stuff. Like going to parks, hanging out with friends, going to the mall, stuff like that.
Lily Ellen signed up for her Spokane Youth Card by registering at her neighborhood library, a clever way of connecting kids with all the cool things that our libraries have to offer.
Just come up to the front desk and provide their Spokane Public Schools student ID number and PIN. Or if they aren't a Spokane Public Schools student but live in the city of Spokane, they can also use their youth card.
Division to Hastings Park and Ride.
So far, more than 3,000 kids have used their youth cards to ride STA buses at no charge. Not only are they learning how to use our transit system, but navigating their way to other free activities.
They can use this card to ride the bus all over the city of Spokane or anywhere STA goes, and they can also use it for free skate rentals.
44% of the card-carrying kids live north of Wellesley Avenue. In fact, the first day the cards were offered at the Hilliard Library, the line stretched out the front door. And that's why parents feel the youth card program has made summer fun a lot more accessible to their children.
We did have one woman call, and she had heard about the card and she just couldn't believe it was true. And once we did reassure her that yes, her student would be able to ride the bus for free all summer long using this card, she actually burst into tears on the phone.
Spokane's mayor came up with a youth card concept. The program that gives kids a chance to learn and explore is part of Condon's strategic initiative promoting a smarter, healthier Spokane.
Getting families, getting kids, getting people together and making sure they continue to learn, continue to recreate, and coming together as a city.
There are still several hundred Spokane youth cards available, so give your kid the gift of summertime fun. For more information on the program that runs through September 15th, contact the Spokane Public Library. Jeff Humphrey, City Cable 5.
Well, thank you for this recognition. As you can see, it's all about partnerships and trying to limit those barriers for our youth. And we're happy to announce again, we're going to kickstart another youth card program in 2021, but now expand it to a regional county-wide model. So thank you again.
Thanks, Garrett. The next award goes to Pierce County Parks for Pierce Outdoor Life. Let's take a look.
This is Pierce Outdoor Life Program.
Outdoor Life is outdoor leadership, instruction, and field experiences.
It is a wonderful program that combines the natural world and activities with social emotional learning at the same time.
It's a collaboration between Pierce County Juvenile Court, Parks and Recreation, Planning and Public Works, and WSU Extension. Right now we are serving kids that are going through a diversion, at-risk youth or truancy.
This program is an opportunity for kids to learn the tools needed to really survive in our society, to start making better choices when things happen to them. We do a lot of icebreakers. We do breathing techniques to reset yourself. When you're doing something and you get that wow moment, whether it's positive or negative, sometimes you just gotta stop yourself and take a deep breath.
What we're trying to do is encourage kids to keep thinking and be creative, because that ties into so much in life where if you're not thinking of other options, you can get stuck taking maybe a bad option.
What we try to do here is to have them step outside of their comfort zones, have them find that inner leader, that inner them that can lead in a positive way. The second part that the kids are going to do today is the environmental service learning. So that's learning about their environment, but also kind of giving back in a sense, doing a little bit of community service.
This one's like hundreds of years old.
I think the goal of Outdoor Life is to really connect kids in unincorporated Pierce County with activities that they can do in their free time.
You're developing connection with nature and outdoors, lifelong habits of that, and you're developing interaction skills. So it's an important thing to help kids see how they can connect to each other in a real positive way.
Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Sang Cross Os.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you. And it's not just on my behalf, but it's definitely a partnership with different partners, Pierce County Juvenile Court, Pierce County Extension Office. We got our Pierce County Parks Administrator and staff. Then we also have our environmental educators from Pierce County Planning and Public Works and Pierce Conservation District. And again, it's a grant from Washington Recreation and Conservation Office with No Child Left Inside grant. So thank you, everyone. We love to be outside and have a great day.
Thank you. Fantastic. These next two awards are for 2020. The first of which goes to the City of Olympia Parks, Arts, and Recreation for School Day Oli Wahoo. The School Day Oli Wahoo program was a new full-day childcare program set up in response to the community's large need for childcare in the midst of the pandemic and school closures. With help from emergency childcare grants, students who qualify for free or reduced lunch can attend the program at a free or reduced rate. Staff work hard to provide a safe and fun learning environment for up to 70 K-8 students each week at 2 local elementary schools. Seasonal staff initially hired to run summer programs have stayed on to help this program succeed. This program has not only provided a necessary service to families in our community, but also has instilled a sense of pride in our staff that we make a tangible difference during even the most challenging of times. This confidence will surely pay dividends for the department and community as we continue to serve Olympia in innovative ways moving forward. And I just want to brag, we're ending our full weeks of care this week. We transitioned to 1 day a week starting next week. We've gone the entire time without any transmissions. So congratulations to Tad and City of Olympia Parks, Arts, and Recreation Department for the School Day Oli Wahoo.
Thanks. It was all on the frontline staff. We kind of gave them an idea what the program should look like. They shifted, they altered, and then they shifted some more, left everyone happy and made us look good. Thanks.
Thanks, Tad. See you back in Ellensburg one of these days, maybe. The last award in this category goes to Pierce County Parks for Haunted Headlights. The Haunted Headlights Halloween event was successful on so many levels. First and foremost, it provided the community with an opportunity to celebrate a beloved holiday in a COVID-19 friendly environment. It brought out the best in our staff by providing them an opportunity to strengthen relationships and achieve a common goal at a time when it's desperately needed. Lastly, Haunted Headlights brought all segments of the community together and gave them the opportunity to forget about the stress in their lives for a moment and just have some fun. So everyone, please welcome Carrie Jack and join me in congratulating Pierce County Parks for Haunted Headlights.
Thank you so much. Compared to a lot of these programs I'm seeing, it makes me laugh that our Haunted Headlights program is being honored as well. So thank you so much. This was so fun to bring to the community. COVID-19 taught us nothing if not that we need to pivot. And this program, we put it together in 6-7 weeks. And it just turned out amazing. The community showed up and was so supportive, and it really, really solidified our new team environment. And so for all of those reasons, it was really special to all of us. So thank you again.
Great stuff, Carrie. Big and small, they're all super important. Our next category in the Spotlight Award category is Health and Wellness for 2020 and 2021, which focuses on programs that promote healthy lifestyles and community wellness. The 2020 award goes to the City of Linwood for the Summer Meal Program. In 2018 and 2019, the City of Linwood, in partnership with the foundation, hosted the first ever summer meal site at a park, South Linwood Park. The summer meal program at South Linwood Park was a tremendous success, serving over 1,000 meals and providing youth an opportunity to be physically active and connect with others in a park setting. Simply a win-win situation. Please join me in welcoming Marielle Harrington and congratulating the City of Linwood for the summer meal program.
Great, thank you so much. As a few people have highlighted, we couldn't have done this without our partnership with our local school district and our foundation. It's really critical to our success. We're hoping as we kind of move into this next year and in future years, we can grow the physical activity component because that was a big success. Things look a little different right now. But we've continued to partner with our area partners on school meals throughout the year, providing grab and goes as we've seen the numbers climb and been thrown into this world of social distancing. So again, thank you for the award and it's an honor to be here.
The 2021 award for health and wellness goes to Tukwila Parks and Recreation for Operation Senior Meal Drop. Please join me in welcoming Sherry McConaughey and congratulating Tukwila Parks and Recreation for this amazing program.
Hi, hey, thanks everybody for the award. It was an amazing project. When the governor said stay home, stay safe with our seniors and everybody, but mostly our seniors, we were concerned. We weren't sure what to do. So I kind of dreamed up this project called Operation Senior Meal Drop. And I was the brainchild, but it was a huge team that made this thing happen. Tracy Galloway, John Dunn, Aisha Fort Brooks, Kirsten May, Cindy Works, Marlis Francis, Darren Hawkins, Paula Hale, Malcolm Neely, and Shannon Kapoa. It was an amazing team. We served thousands of meals. We had some grant money from the county we wanted to use for outreach, but we never thought that COVID would be our outreach to the community. We met and served seniors over 60 that never even knew who we were or where we are. And now we have all these new connections. So not all has come bad out of COVID. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Fantastic. Our next category in the Spotlight Award category is special events for 2020 and 2021, which recognizes one-time programming that caters to a specific need in the community. The 2020 award goes to the City of Redmond for So Bizarre. Let's take a look at that one. Congratulations to the city of Redmond for So Bizarre.
Scott, are you dancing as much as I am at all this music? Because down below, I'm bringing it. I don't know about
I'm
you.
on my feet, and I'm glad the
Okay.
camera only goes
Okay.
so far.
All right, so it's just not me. All right, good.
Thanks
Just wanna make sure.
everyone for the acknowledgement. We really appreciate it. I just really a strong effort from our event staff and art staff and parks crew, and it's a great event in Redmond, and we really appreciate the recognition. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carrie.
There we go, Carrie.
Carrie, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. All of a sudden, you just showed up at the golf course wherever you're at. So our apologies for freestyling it there.
Yeah, no worries.
The 2021 award for special events goes to the city of Ferndale for the Old Settlers Variety Show.
Presenting the Whatcom Old Settlers Variety Show. Join us for a celebration of Ferndale's history, culture, and community. With music and storytelling, there is something for everyone. Streaming online starting Wednesday, July 22nd.
Please join me in welcoming Riley Sweeney and the city of Ferndale for the Old Settlers Variety Show.
Thank you so much for this recognition. We were so excited to be able to make this happen. We're big believers that a city that doesn't tell its story has its stories told about them and loses a bit of their soul. So we're really glad to take this opportunity to really take this challenge and turn it into an opportunity to get these stories out of our community elders and put them on camera and keep them forever. The stories, not the elders. So thank you. We really appreciate y'all.
Good stuff. Our next category for the Spotlight Awards is initiatives for 2020 and 2021, which recognize initiatives that cater to needs within a community. Our first award goes to Metro Parks Tacoma for the Whole Child Initiative.
Thank you very much. I'm Andrea Smith. I'm one of the Metro Parks Commissioners. Making a difference in the life of a child is our best strategy for creating a world we all want to live in. And the best way to do that is through collaboration in partnership with others. I'm honored to accept this on behalf of Metro Parks and our partners with the Tacoma Public Schools and Tacoma Creates. First, we want to thank nearly 100 staff on the front line who did the work. Our deepest appreciation to James Neal at Tacoma Public Schools and Lisa Jarrett at Tacoma Creates. And finally, a huge note of appreciation to the Metro Parks team who led the work, Mary Tuttle, Julian McGilvery, Ralph Thomas, Molly Sawyer, and Benton Lefton. And thank you, WRPA, for the opportunity to express our gratitude to this amazing group for the work that they are doing and continue to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea, and thank you for your service as a commission member. All of us are, we work with wonderful boards and commissions that without all of you, we can't do our jobs very well. So thank you on behalf of the association for serving Metro Parks. Our next category in the Spotlight Award goes for the arts for 2020 and 2021. This award recognizes unique arts related to events or programs. This year, the award goes to the White River Community Activities Program for District Drama. like to welcome Aaron Snodgrass and congratulate the White River Community Activities Program for District Drama.
Sounds like maybe Aaron is not online with us, but I would like to take this opportunity that little clip there made me think that maybe a post-event Zoom karaoke is in order.
With you.
Next up are the Facility Parks and Trails Spotlight Award winners for 2020 and 2021. Our first category is outdoor space. This category recognizes outdoor areas that have a recreational use component. Our first winner is the Yesler Terrace Park with Seattle Parks and Recreation. With sweeping territorial views, Yesler Terrace Park is the new heart of a redeveloping mixed-income Yesler neighborhood. The design capitalizes on the site's challenging topography to define distinct program areas while building key physical connections to the surrounding community. The site slopes became a unique play element, linking the upper plaza to the play area below. Both the expansive plaza and a great lawn on the lower level can accommodate large events such as farmers markets, festivals, and concerts, while a variety of more intimate seating areas invite smaller gatherings. Public art across the site celebrates the community's diverse cultural heritage, and the art sculptures in the central plaza operate as a spray park in the summer months. Congratulations to Pamela Clement and Seattle Parks and Recreation.
Hi, I'm Pam Clement. I'm a planner at Seattle Parks and Recreation. And on behalf of Seattle Parks, I'd like to thank you so much for this meaningful WRPA award. This is a well-loved, wonderful public park. And this park has so many elements, from the art to the open space to the active and passive recreation areas to my personal favorite, the small coffee conversation areas, because those are two things we all love, right? Coffee and conversation. One of the main reasons for its success is the extensive community involvement and the designers who listen to the community. The small coffee conversation is a perfect example. Most of the people in the neighborhood do not speak English. They are either from primarily East Africa or Southeast Asia. And the designer noticed that there were many women who had coffee in the morning. They noticed how close they sat together. They were really, really observant. And like great landscape architects do, they translated the community's ideas into the park design. So big shout out to Seattle Parks in-house designers who developed the initial concept, Frank Robinson and Chu-Zhen Huang. Thank you very much to Site Workshop for doing an amazing job using the community input and early work to create the final design. Thank you to Seattle Housing Authority for their partnership. Big thanks to Rave for their generous donation that allowed us to build the soccer field. We appreciate their ongoing programming. Wiser Construction, as usual, did a great job. And a big, big thank you to the project manager, Toby Ressler, who had the vision, skill, and diligence to make this happen. Couldn't have happened without him. If you haven't been out there, and Al Frank from the city of Maple Valley, who used to work at Yesler Community Center, you should all head out there. It's just really amazing. Thanks again.
Thank you, Pamela. Our second Outdoor Space Award winner goes to the city of Redmond for their downtown park. Please join me in welcoming the city of Redmond and Carrie Height.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks for this acknowledgement. The downtown park is a well-beloved park in right downtown in Redmond. So come out and see us. It's fairly new. We opened it 2 years ago, and it has become one of the most popular parks in our park system. In any given day, you'll see many different people from different ages and different cultures, and kids playing in the spray pad. And it is an amazing combination of a gathering area and passive park, but also we activate it during the summer for arts, and we can't wait to do that again this summer. And we missed a big chunk of last summer. We all did, but there were still a lot of people at Downtown Park. So a big shout out. It was a team effort from our parks planning staff to our public works staff that helped project manage it, to our parks and operations crew, and like to acknowledge PFS Studios for the incredible design. Everybody in Redmond loves this park, and it is so much fun to sit there and listen to people laugh in the park. So come on out and check it out. Thanks for the acknowledgement. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Carrie. Our next Outdoor Space Award winner is the City of Maple Valley for Summit Park.
Hi, I'm Sean Kelly, the Mayor of the City of Maple Valley, and welcome to Summit Park, our newest park in the Maple Valley Park system. We're extremely excited to have this new park here because we got inclusive playgrounds, dog park, seasoned sports court, and turf fields. We want to make sure everybody feels welcome, and please come out to Summit Park. Thank you.
The city partnered with Grindline to design and build the skate park. The skate park design was based on a number of public meetings with local skate enthusiasts to design a skate park that appeals to all users and is unlike any other. This 14-acre park opened in July 2019 right next to the new Tahoma High School. The park is located directly adjacent to King County's regional Green to Cedar Rivers Trail. Summit Park is a key component as a recreational asset to help provide increased access to parks and recreation opportunities, as well as an economic driver in Maple Valley. A priority of the City Council was to build a playground that provides access to play for all abilities. The city worked with Northwest Playground to develop 6 different design options to meet this objective. We were able to include all of the elements into this wonderful playground. Public response since Summit Park has opened has been tremendous from families, dog owners, skaters, and sports enthusiasts alike. Summit Park is another jewel in the crown of outdoor recreation amenities in and around Maple Valley.
Congratulations to Dave Johnson and the City of Maple Valley.
Thank you, Scott. Summit Park has really been a tremendous addition for us here in Maple Valley. I'd like to thank some of our partners on the project, including King County Parks, King County Councilmember Reagan Dunn, Terra Dynamics, Grindline Skate Parks, and of course our friends at Northwest Playground. I'd also like to thank our city staff and our Parks and Recreation team for all they've done to bring this park to life. A special thank you to our Parks and Recreation Commission, former Mayor Bill Allison and retired Parks Director Greg Brown for their vision of this park for the community. And finally, thank you to City Manager Laura Philpott, Mayor Sean P. Kelly, and Deputy Mayor Dana Parnello, and our entire City Council for their courage and willingness to turn this vision into a reality. Thank you for the recognition.
Thanks, Dave. Our next Outdoor Space Award winner is the City of Spokane Parks and Recreation for U.S. Pavilion and Howard Street Promenade Riverfront Park, Spokane. Before we take a look, I wanted to mention that this project was awarded Best in Innovation of Park Design from the National Recreation and Park Association in 2020, which recognizes park and recreation agencies nationwide that have improved and strengthened their communities through innovative practices in park design, health and wellness, conservation, and social equity. Congratulations to Garrett Jones and the city of Spokane.
Thank you, Brad. It gives me goosebumps every time I still take a look at it. This project meant so much to us, and it meant so much for the community this last year. And this project represents community. It represents hope. It represents expression. Can't thank the staff enough. I mean, I got to tell you, I'm the luckiest director in the world to have the most talented staff in the world, and also working with the most talented consultants and contractors. This was our first progressive design build project, and can't thank Garco Construction, NAC Architecture, and cannot forget Guy Michelson and Berger Partnership for their creative thinking for this project. So we're humbled and thank you, and looking forward to 2023. Let's party. We'll get the lights and speakers going, karaoke, music, dancing, you name it, we'll do it.
Great stuff. Our next Outdoor Space Award winner is Wenberg Park by Snohomish County Parks and Recreation. Congratulations to Sharon Swan and the Snohomish County Parks and Recreation Department.
Well, thank you so much for honoring this project. It's really exciting for us to see this project, which really reflects our commitment to taking care of existing parks, providing accessibility, and also incorporating water quality improvements and habitat improvements. So I'm really excited to see this project recognized. Do want to really call out Bruce Dees and Associates. They did a great job of incorporating everything we needed with the project, and then just some beautiful design features that really make this a great recreational experience. Also want to call out Kevin Teague, who is the project manager on this. And then lastly, of course, RCO. They contributed over $1.3 million total to this project between planning and construction. So just really appreciate their support and this ability to make a park that can serve us well into the future. So thank you.
Thank you, Scott. I'm inspired after seeing all these. I don't know about you. I literally, when we have like a park bench show up in our town, I want to have a ribbon cutting for a park bench. And it's like, and I see these things and it's like, oh my gosh, it's absolutely amazing. Just applaud all the hard efforts and work that all of you guys do. It's incredible to sit here and see all the projects. Our next category for facilities, parks, and trails is indoor space. These are defined by facilities as having a roof and walls and have a recreational use component. Our first winner in this category is the Pullman Recreation Center, City of Pullman Parks and Recreation.
Large parking area outside of our recreation center and City Hall. Entering our building. Main office here and staff offices where people can register. And then we enter a recreation facility. And what we say is the gem of the recreation center. We're now up on the 3rd floor mezzanine level outside of our dance room and fitness room. And then into the dance room. Now entering our main fitness room. Mats that we use for wrestling and karate classes. And then a view outside. And of our preschool playground. Brought to you by Northwest Playground. Of our classrooms here, just to use for general recreation. Second entrance outside to our parking lot, used by our preschool. Down on the gym floor. Now entering our multi-purpose room, used for also general recreation activities, meeting space. A divider to separate the room, and then a window that goes into our kitchen used for serving. Right. Commercial kitchen used for preparing meals to our senior members rentals. And outside of our kitchen here is where our senior citizens are served their meals. From the dining room will be their activity room. They also have their own entrance into the building.
I got a text from Michael.
Large park.
Please join me in welcoming the city of Spokane and my friend Kurt.
Thank you, Brad. And thank you, WRPA, for the recognition of this award. I really did. Wasn't expecting you to show that dull video, but and really a shout out to the Pullman voters that passed this bond back in 2018 and allowed us to renovate this space that had sat vacant really for almost 20 years. Recreation Center has been something that's kind of been on the radar screen for Pullman for almost 25, 30 years. So to bring this online, a scale of this facility is really tremendous asset to the community and our department. Now we just need to get over this pandemic and utilize it as we intended. And really to all our former employees and all of you around the state, if you get over to Pullman, please drop in and say hello and check it out. Thanks again.
Good job, Kurt. So not only was Pullman our first winner, they're our only winner in that category. We are moving on to our final award categories, which are the more unique and individual awards. The first is for the Citation of Merit Award, recognizing individuals and organizations for their significant contributions to the field of parks and recreation. This award is broken down in 4 categories: organization, professional, citizen, and legislative. The organization honors an organization that has contributed to the field of parks and recreation in Washington State. This year's organization award goes to the city of Bothell.
As part of our maintenance program, we have committed to using alternatives to pesticides and herbicides whenever possible. Recent studies show that pesticides and herbicides negatively impact the health of pets, people, and the environment. As awareness concerning these issues continues to grow, we in Parks and Recreation see the opportunity to significantly reduce and eliminate the use of these products. We see this as an achievable and sustainable goal for our city. Over the last couple of years, Bothell Parks and Recreation has intentionally reduced and/or eliminated the use of pesticides and herbicides throughout the entire parks system. Many of our parks have not been treated with either a pesticide or herbicide for over 2 years. While we haven't completely eliminated the use of chemicals due to the requirements concerning the removal of noxious weeds, we are now enacting best practices by utilizing licensed staff to target and significantly reduce our overall chemical footprint.
Big congratulations to the city of Bothell. I don't believe we have somebody on to accept that award. Is that correct? Okay. We have one other Citation of Merit Award winner, and it is in the professional category. This award honors a Parks and Recreation professional's contributions to the field of Parks and Recreation and to WRPA. This year's award winner is Silvana Niehauser with the City of Olympia Parks, Arts, and Recreation Department. Silvana is value-driven and brings a unique sense of passion and experience to her work. She worked her way up the ladder from an entry-level program assistant position to the Parks Maintenance and Operations Manager, now overseeing the work of 29 full-time and 23 part-time employees. She has taken a one-woman environmental education, volunteer, and ranger program and transformed it into a 6-person division with 3 full-time rangers, 2 staff supporting volunteers and education, and a supervisor. She helped spearhead the Safe and Secure Parks initiative that led to the vast improvements in our park safety. Beyond Olympia, her contributions to the Washington Recreation and Park Association have been exemplary, whether it was co-chairing a risk management school, leading multiple networks, serving as a secretary of the board, or providing content and leadership for the communications committee. Silvana continues to give back to the association. Thank you, Silvana, for all that you have done on our behalves. Please join me in congratulating Silvana Niehauser.
Wow, I am very surprised and I feel very honored. And I want to thank the leadership with City of Olympia for supporting me and supporting my career growth over the years. Jonathan and Paul and Scott have been great mentors and supporting me. And I'm just feel very fortunate to be a part of this team and the Parks and Recreation family. Yeah, I'm very honored. So thank you very much.
Congrats, Silvana. We're now on to professional awards for 2020 and 2021. The Young Professional Award recognizes up-and-coming leaders in the Parks and Recreation profession. Those selected for the honor possess the qualities and talents that will result in their assuming top leadership roles. For 2020, we celebrate David Green with the Everett Parks and Community Services. David presented Happy Trails, Everett's approach to cleaning up encampments at the 2019 WRPA annual conference. He co-authored One City's Approach to the Unsheltered in Parks and Rec Business, August of 2017. And he is currently the chair of the Parks Law Enforcement Academy Advisory Board. Congratulations, David.
For 2021, it is my honor to celebrate and recognize Justin Brown with the City of Longview. Justin has made an impact on many lives and communities over the last decade. His leadership and management skills, demeanor, attitude, and work ethic has propelled him from the coordinator role to supervisor to manager. From coordination of music holiday lighting programs to movies in the park, to virtual distance learning camps during a pandemic. Justin continues to be innovative, adaptive, and resilient. He leaves everything and everyone better than when he found them, and will continue to lead and influence into the future. Please join me in congratulating Justin Brown.
Thanks, Brad. And I guess I can be the only person today to thank you for helping me get all of this started in my career. So thank you to everybody, everybody that's influenced me over my career, and everybody at WRPA. I mean, there's so many faces that I recognize, and all of you have helped so much along the way. So thank you, and thank you to everybody here in Longview that's helping move things along even farther.
Great stuff. Okay, I'm just going to make an announcement here that my PC is dying, and apparently don't have a plug-in here. So, but we are down to the last couple. So, but if I'm lost, you're gonna have to take us home, Brad.
I got you. I don't leave a soldier behind.
Our next award is the Ron C. Davis III Unsung Hero Award. This award recognizes an individual for their unwavering commitment, leadership, passion, and contributions to the profession. This award is for those individuals who work diligently to make a difference in people's lives without being in the spotlight, without significant acknowledgement, but with steadfast grace and passion. This award is for an unsung hero, and we have 2 that we will give out this year. The first is for Christine Benson with the City of Edmonds. Chris has been and continues to be a pivotal figure in the development of safe and sensible protocols that allow pools to operate during these challenging times. Due to her efforts, thousands of people are able to enjoy their local swimming pools and are able to live safer, healthier, and happier lives. Please join me in congratulating Christine Benson.
Scott, Christine isn't with us, so we will move on to the highest recognition bestowed by the WRPA to an individual is the Honor Fellow Award, which recognizes an individual's lifetime achievement in the field of parks and recreation. The individual selected must be equal in mind, character, and professionalism to those who have preceded them and must set an example for those who will follow. It is my honor to announce Shelley McVean as our Honor Fellow Award winner. Over a 32-year career in parks, recreation, community services, health, and fitness, Shelley has made significant contributions to each community she has served. In her current role, Shelley serves in a leadership capacity for Bellevue Parks and Community Services, Parks, Structural, and Natural Resources Operational Divisions. She has overseen one of the most significant periods of expansion of the department's park system in the history of the city and development of signature and award-winning parks and facilities. Shelley is one who shuns the spotlight, but is a true servant leader, making Bellevue a better place for its residents, employees, and its visitors. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Shelley McVean.
Well, thank you so much, WRPA, and for this award. I'm truly grateful and honored. And I can tell you, when I first learned of this award, I was so taken back and speechless, knowing what this award represents and all of those that have received this award previously. It's a huge honor. I also want to just thank my coworkers in Bellevue who took the opportunity to nominate me. It means a great deal to receive their support. So I'm humbled and appreciative, and thank you so much.
So that's going to conclude the formal awards, but Brad and I have one final statement that we would like to make to all of you. This past year has brought many challenges to our communities, and there are many heroes that have made our local situations tolerable at the least and perhaps enjoyable at our best.
Obvious candidates are our first responders, our medical providers, and our health professionals.
Of course, our teachers have been amazing.
Less likely to have their praises sung are the restaurant workers, the people that check us out at the grocery stores, home improvement experts, and auto mechanics.
But you guys, our parks and recreation professionals around our state, have been nothing short of amazing. Keeping parks open and safe while use is at an all-time high because there's nowhere else to go. Answering the call from home to register, reserve, and educate callers, and providing critical yet still enjoyable childcare and camp programs while school doors were closed was incredibly important for working families.
So I think we've all deserved a big round of applause for our commitment, our passion, and our creativity. We've never been more important than what we've shown in the past year. So thank you to each and every one of you for doing what you do.
With that, this concludes our 2020-2021 awards ceremony and is the final gathering for us during the 2021 conference. We can't wait to be in person in Bellevue in 2022. Until then, stay safe, be smart, and go out and continue to rock your community's world, please. We'll see you guys.
See you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Nice job, Scott, Brad, thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Where are we going tonight?
We're going home.
That was
Soccer
almost
practice.
exactly 2 hours. I feel like that's pretty good.
Amazing job, guys. Amazing job. Thank